Liverpool's transfer window is beginning to spark into life, and this latest development could be one of the most significant yet. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. According to highly reliable journalist Matteo Moretto, who works closely alongside Fabrizio Romano, the Reds have made a serious and sudden move in the race to sign Marcos Senesi. And this isn't just casual interest, this is Liverpool stepping in with real intent. Moretto reveals that Liverpool have entered the race quite strongly in recent days, a phrase that suggests internal discussions have accelerated rapidly behind the scenes. This isn't groundwork anymore, this is a club positioning itself to strike. Even more telling is the claim that new contacts are expected imminently. That signals the next phase of a transfer pursuit, direct engagement. Whether it's with the player's representatives or his club, Liverpool are now moving beyond monitoring into active negotiation territory. What makes this even more intriguing is the level of competition. Both Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea are also firmly in the mix, creating a high-stakes Premier League battle for the Argentine defender. But crucially, the update suggests Liverpool may have seized momentum at exactly the right time. There's also a key detail that could shape the entire transfer. Senesi is expected to remain in the Premier League. That narrows the field and intensifies the race. This is no longer a global market chase, it's a direct domestic showdown. For Liverpool, this move makes sense. Defensive reinforcement has been a talking point, and Senesi offers a blend of physicality, composure, and top-flight experience. But more importantly, this feels like a statement of intent, a sign that the club is ready to act decisively rather than cautiously. If these new contacts materialize as expected, Liverpool won't just be in the race. They could very quickly become the favourites. Everything now points towards this situation escalating quickly. With Matteo Moretto signalling imminent contact, Liverpool's interest in Marcos Senesi is no longer passive, it's advancing. And in a transfer race that also includes Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea, timing could prove decisive. If Liverpool move first and move aggressively, they won't just be contenders. They'll set the pace. This is one to watch closely because the next move could decide everything. In this section of the video, we will go over our 5 biggest takeaways from our 3-2 loss to Manchester United. Whether you are Arne Slot in or Arne Slot out, Liverpool's latest defeat at Man United left no shortage of ammunition after a close comeback, but a lack of intensity. Number 1. Slot in or slot out. Fill your boots. It is fortunate for a fractured Liverpool fan base that no matter which side of the Arne Slot debate you sit on, there was plenty in this performance to go on. Those who want the Dutchman sacked can point at the 19th defeat of the season and an abysmal first half that proved foundational to it as proof he should be dismissed. For those who are more sympathetic, then the second half perhaps offered evidence that this group of players is still fighting for the manager and will be capable of more with some tweaks. What is for sure is that Fenway Sports Group know exactly where they stand, and so one of these two competing camps is going to get definitive proof of their excellent judgment next season. But after a 19th defeat of the season, it feels impossible to suggest with any confidence that those who favour retaining the manager will be right in the end. Number 2. Alexis Mac Allister is a problem. One reason that is hard to believe Slot will turn things around is because he doesn't always seem to recognise the biggest issues in his team. And key among them is Alexis Mac Allister, who put in another poor performance in a season that has seen little else from him. The Argentine was too slow to close down Matheus Cunha and provided a handy deflection for the opener, then teed up Kobbie Mainoo for a weak clearance for the third. In fairness, it was his press that helped Cody Gakpo score in between that, but that did not make up for the amount of times he was run past in an open Liverpool midfield. A manager who had noticed Mac Allister's weaknesses would have dropped him a long time ago for Curtis Jones, but instead, Slot seems determined to sell the latter after shifting him to right back. The reality is it should be Liverpool's number 10 who is up for sale this summer, with a direct replacement top of the priority list. Number 3. Hard not to worry about intensity. We can often fall into the trap of believing that if a team wins, then everything they are doing is right, and of course the reverse. But when Liverpool consistently produce limp performances lacking in physicality, then it would be mad for fans not to make a link to the lack of training time this season. Once again, Slot sent his charges out on holiday this week before they returned to the AXA to prepare to face Manchester United. And once again, they spent the first half looking unprepared and less sharp than the opposition, who tore into every challenge. There is sense in looking to manage load given the ridiculous calendar the players face these days, but it is surely fair to ask whether Liverpool are not giving their squad too much time off. Number 4, Rio Ngumoha shows his defensive inexperience. There is no doubt that most Liverpool fans spent much of the second half urging Slot to switch out Jeremy Frimpong for Rio Ngumoha. But they will not have expected to have been shown quite so quickly exactly why the manager had been reluctant to make that change, despite having the second most successful dribbles of any player. Minutes after being introduced, Ngumoha failed to track the Luke Shaw run that led to him crossing for Man Utd to win the game, and no amount of promise in his performance at the other end can atone for that. This is of course not an attempt to slam a 17-year-old who is going right to the top of the game, but a reminder that his inexperience can prove costly in the unforgiving Premier League arena. Number 5. Arne Slot may have a point on Liverpool injuries this time. It has been surprising quite how often Slot has leaned on injuries as an excuse for how poor Liverpool have been for so much this season. Yes, the Reds have had problems, but Alexander Isak aside, the worst of them have concerned a right-back, fourth-choice centre-half, and a backup holding midfielder, not exactly key men. This was slightly different though, in that Isak was joined by Hugo Ekitike, Mohamed Salah, and Alisson on the sidelines, all of whom would likely have started here and impacted proceedings. For that reason, you suspect Slot will cite fitness issues in his post-match press conference, and, for once, have a point in doing so. However, his attempts to paint the campaign as a whole as injury hit will still rightly fall on deaf ears after overseeing a record equaling 19th defeat of the season. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.